Once again, good morning, my dear children. We are in the play named John Eyre, written by Charlotte Bronte. We have seen the struggles faced by Jane Eyre during her early childhood in part 1. About Jane's schooling and education in part 2. Now, let us see how Jane starts her new life in Thornfield. Jane leaves Lowood Institution and goes to Thornfield. There, she was welcomed by Mrs. Fairfax. Mrs. Fairfax was kind to Jane. She found out Jane was tired after a long journey. She also found that Jane was cold. She asked Jane to come and sit near the fire since she was cold. Jane thanked Fairfax and asked her not to trouble herself. Mrs. Fairfax said it's not a trouble and asked Jane whether she brought her luggage with her. Jane answered, "Yes, madam," and asked Mrs. Fairfax about her future student, Miss Fairfax. Mrs. Fairfax said, "Adela is the name of her future student, and she is not her daughter. Adela is the daughter of Mr. Rochester." Since Mrs. Fairfax has no family, she looks after Adela. Mrs. Fairfax leaves the place and asks Jane to take rest in the bedroom. Jane takes rest and sleeps well at night. She wakes up early in the morning and goes out for a walk. Mrs. Fairfax asked Jane whether she is an early riser and whether she liked Thornfield. Jane answered that she liked Thornfield very much. By then, Miss Adela comes running up the lawn, followed by her attendant, Miss Warrens. Lawn refers to the short grass grown in the garden. Mrs. Fairfax and Miss Warrens greeted each other. Mrs. Fairfax introduced Miss Adela to Jane. They both greeted each other. Jane called Adela near her. Adela crosses to her. Jane said, "Adela, you are beautiful. Tomorrow we will begin our lessons and learning." Adela asked about the learning. Jane explained about their learning journey. Jane said Adela that we would walk through the fields of Thornfield and we will learn about the nature, the animals, and the flowers. Jane said Adela that they will learn more things which are not in the book as well as some things which are in the book. She also said that she will teach her to paint. Jane said, "Art is the window of the soul," and asked Adela whether she liked to paint. Adela replied, "Yes, madam." She said, along with painting, she liked to sing and dance. Mrs. Fairfax said to Adela that she has many weeks and many months to entertain Miss Jane and asked Adela to go to her room. Jane started a new life at Thornfield by teaching to Miss Adela. The story ends with this, children. I hope you loved the story. Let us see the new words and their meanings Mischiefs means annoying behaviors. Uproar, a situation in which people shout and make a lot of noise. Dependent, a person who requires support. Screams, loud and high cry. Collapses, falls or becomes unconscious. Frozen, absolutely still, that means to become ice. Charity, a foundation created to promote the public good. Predisposed, influenced people to a particular behavior. Composed, calm and in control of feeling. Tedious, tiresome. Lawn, an area of ground covered in grass. I hope you like this class. If you have any further doubts, please contact your English teacher. Thank you, children. Have a great day.